Good afternoon. It was interesting to sit and listen to Lynn talk about the top 10. Being from the South, everything is slow and kind of laid back in the South. So I think in my 10 minutes, I'm only going to be able to get two things in. My background, I come from a classroom teacher background. I think no matter where we rise in our district or in our state, that if we keep our roots and we keep our feet grounded in the fact that everything that really we work for and we do happens at the classroom level, move to the librarianship, then to the school principalship, and now at a district level. So I'm going to try to approach this just from a little bit different perspective, because my role almost the last 10 years has been at the district level, trying to effect change in the use of technologies across all curriculum areas and across administrative levels, and also even into the university level. And so one of the tips that I would start with is that I think it's imperative that we build powerful, strong, sustainable partnerships. And so often we feel like whether you're in the classroom or at a school or a district, you feel like you're, if there's such a word, siloized. In other words, these are my areas of responsibility. This is what I have to do. This is what I'm responsible for, and this is where I'm going to make a difference. I would suggest to you to think a little bit differently about that, about how can we look at other people that have the same issues that you have, that are experiencing the same concerns and problems, and how can you partner, whether it's with another classroom, another school, at the district level regionally, or very specifically in terms of a school district. I would suggest you think about looking at the supply chain for our schools. And over the last 10 years, we have discovered that many of the concerns in our classroom in terms of professional development and technology, while we're dealing with a mature veteran teaching force, we still have a significant turnover of new teachers coming in. And we did a needs assessment at the university with new teachers that were just going to enter the profession, and one first-year and second-year teachers in our classrooms. And what we found was astounding, that the teachers felt ill-prepared to work in the schools and the classrooms that we had set up, because we'd done such a good job with the technology professional development and using varied funding sources to have computers and different types of technology in the classroom, but yet we had a workforce coming in that wasn't prepared. They were smart, they were savvy, they knew how to use iPods, they knew how to use their cell phones, they could go on the internet and find a date, but they couldn't do a lot in terms of integrating technology. So in terms of those partnerships, we reached out across our region to partner with other school districts and our university to retool the teacher training program. People say, well, gosh, that had to take money. I said, it did, and it does. But when you have a partnership that is sustainable and powerful, you can find money to fund those types of initiatives. We found federal money, we found state money, we found foundation money, and my second tip of my two is leverage resources. So we leveraged district resources within the district, at the school level, from a myriad of funding sources to talk about how do we build a supply chain for education that will last through the 21st century. And so we worked with teacher educators to restructure their curriculum, even down to the courseware level, where we partnered with the university to rebuild the syllabus for every course, for every pre-service educator that was going to come through and graduate with a degree in any type of education, from preschool all the way up through physical education. Those types of partnerships don't happen in 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. But I want to tell you that today, we have a workforce that enters our classroom that is as well prepared or more well prepared than existing teachers. Someone said, well, what did you do with the other ones? I said, well, it's kind of like meeting in the middle. You train the existing workforce, you continue to offer what we call lifelong learning, continuous improvement staff development, grade level by grade level, subject level by subject level, with a computer refresh cycle of every 4 years. You build capacity in new teachers. You build capacity with new administrators. So I'm waiting for the day when everyone meets. When, okay, all the new teachers are done, and we're just about done with the veteran teachers. And someone said, well, then Sheryl, you'll be out of a job. I said, well, I don't think so, because the technology is so rapidly evolving and changing, and the strategies that we have to use in our classrooms are evolving and changing. So the dilemma is not that we're finished. The dilemma is that we have core, baseline skills across a wide variety of educational professionals, from paraprofessionals to classroom teachers to administrators to district people, so that then you have the opportunity, if you think about it very, very strategically, to look at where are the gaps, where do we want to, in a perfect world, think futuristically about what do we want kids to know and be able to do down the road, and you map that out, and as we have done in a 5-year technology and learning plan that helps everyone in the district see the picture. So my other key word is planning and sustainable. So if you can pull together powerful partnerships that you can sustain over time, that you can create value within the community, and you have the support of the people in those different partnerships, because they see results, they're results oriented, they're continuous improvement. If you can provide equitable opportunities for everyone, and then begin to leverage everyone's resources together, pulling in the same direction, I really think that's a key, and it's a kind of a best practice I'd leave with you this afternoon, is that if we put all of our eggs in the same basket and carry them together, then I think we're better off moving in the same direction, rather than this area or this district or that department trying to use their resources to solve their little piece of the puzzle that's the problem. And I think that alignment piece helps you, again, whether it's at the district or the school level, so that you do not have this disjointed effort. And as you seek to add more funds, you can make a case for the powerful partnerships, the sustainability, the results-oriented practices that you've developed, and the way you've been able to align resources, all moving towards the same goal. So that would be my 10 minutes of wisdom from the South.